Greetings to the citizens of the Republic of the Gambia. Greetings to the citizens of the sister Republic of Senegal. Greetings to the citizens of the respective ECOWAS member states. Greetings to the citizens of the entire continent of Africa. The same greetings are being extended to other regions, societies, people, groups, families, individuals, institutions, be they states or other organizations who have taken the decision to stand up against tyranny, terrorism, repression, oppression, domination, isolation, segregation, injustice, and the abuse of human rights wherever it is taking place on earth. On our session today, this is your brother, Essa Bokarr Sey. And the item before us today is this one. Investigations followed ZEINAB SOUMA JAMMEH's Save the Children project to Tel Aviv, Israel. Yahya Jammeh and ZEINAB SOUMA, what a deceptive couple. A Dutch lady was earlier on coordinating things in a very transparent way. But guess what? She was later on sidelined by ZEINAB when this butterfly girl from Falaba, Guinea-Conakry realized how much money she can make out of this as a scammer. Senegal used to send their kids there, but later on built a similar center where doctors perform heart surgeries for children the same way it is done in Tel Aviv. Instead of assigning the role to another independent party in the Gambia, she chose to preside over it, because there is a lot of money she can make. They indeed earned a lot of respect in Israel, which is Senegal, for learning fast and independently doing it at the local level. ZEINAB Jammeh knows that American doctors flew to Tel Aviv as sponsors of the operations before she brought those kids back to Banjul, parading them right before the cameras of the Gambia radio and television services to praise her the thief. She's indeed an international scammer like her husband. Tel Aviv opened the center in 1980. So Dawda Kairaba Jawara took more children there, but no one ever heard it being used as propaganda on Radio Gambia. Deeper revelations tabulated below. Investigated, compiled, and analyzed by your brother Essa Bokarr Sey. Special report. Feeding society with accurate information is the best way to help keep public officials and their associates honest, especially where the case involves the head of state and his wife together with their surrogates. Gambian kids with heart problems were being sponsored by philanthropists well before Yahya's butterfly wife entered the Gambia, only for her to deplete our national coffers. ZEINAB SOUMA Jammeh is nothing more than a pirate in a skirt. Of course, our children are familiar with the route to Tel Aviv, Israel, for surgery, or to be more precise, heart surgery, which has been going on since former President Jawara's time. Although it was one of the darling projects of the former president, nobody had ever seen him parade kids who benefited from it and their parents before a camera or radio station, let alone shower praises on him and his immediate family. Of course, ZEINAB SOUMA Jammeh is doing her catwalk on lies, deception, and falsehood. My belief is that Lady ZEINAB SOUMA Jammeh is taking Gambians for a ride. In fact, at the back of her head, she's convinced that most Gambians are naive. You remember when she said, every Gambian has a price. Certainly people who peg the value of other human beings on a price have a price themselves, which is why she has been bought by Jammeh, or she entered into a contract of sales of her own body and self and soul to an ugly son called Jammeh, whom we all know she would have never come close to, let alone kiss him, if he did not agree to paying her price by installment. Those installments made Yahya kill a lot of people. He would do so because she is insatiable on one hand, and on the other hand, he is suffering from inferiority complex before her. Don't even waste an ounce of oxygen on that one. He constantly remains weak before this belly dancer turned so-called first lady. With her so-called NGO, she has so far collected millions of dollars and in return would spend few thousands only to feed society with foam, whereas society is hungry and thirsty. She's a heartless lady. Of course, that is why she's married to Yaya Jammeh. For ZEINAB, Gambia is game not yet over. Every other day, she comes into the room with new poker cards. This time around, so is the game. Pretend to be saving a child hurt. Organize a trip to Israel or other destinations with the intention to steal. Believe me, surgeries like these in Israel are taken care of by Wolfson Medical Center, who waive all costs except $10,000, with the local NGO from a poor country like the Gambia is expected to cover, period. In the event that it cannot be covered, they waive the whole amount. We are not the least convinced that ZEINAB even paid a single butut to that effect. This amount, in fact, is meant for overhead cost of tickets for the nurse escorting the child and the child's parents. 3 kids from Gambia were flown to that place at a cost of $30,000. Compare the latter to the millions of dollars ZEINAB has so far collected while lying between her teeth, saying she is helping our children. Go back to the gala dinners at Senegambia Hotel, plus other fundraisings and donations institutions like Gamtel and Gamtel have fed into her NGO's account. If she dares, let her allow independent forensic auditors. Let me repeat this. If she dares, and her husband dares, let them allow independent forensic auditors into her organization's expenditure line. For example, tables during the gala dinner at Senegambia were sold at $50,000 each. Certainly things would have been more transparent if the Dutch lady or any other independent Gambian lady for that matter was coordinating things. But she was sidelined. And today, Jammeh is accusing decent sons and daughters of the Gambia of misusing public funds. Shame on this couple who are a liability for our nation. Contrary to these thieves, in Banjul, Senegal used to send their kids to Tel Aviv, but after a while, they built a similar center in Dakar. Now they conduct the same kind of operations in a more cost-effective way. Shamelessly though, the colossal amount ZEINAB Suma Jammeh has so far collected, plus all the money she and her husband keep snatching from Gambians, is what she uses to buy palaces at a price of $50 million in places like Dubai and elsewhere. At the end, do you know how much was spent in all honesty? Only $120 for that matter. The rest of the money will be stuffed in her shopping wallet. Parents who escorted the kids are suffering there and do suffer there. The nurses are paid per diem from the ministry's vote or budget. So what warrants the big TV parade or the fanfare around the Jammeh? Israel did a perfect job by erecting that edifice or that place where over 100 doctors from various parts of the world, including Ghana, are hired to serve humanity. Certainly they will be contacted. Thus educate them on the double-faced lady called ZEINAB Suma Jammeh they met. These are case files Gambians must compile and get ready to pursue her when she and her husband are chained and caged, which will definitely happen inshallah. ZEINAB and Yahya are indeed a perfect match. I promise Yahya Jammeh that once again, he is going to learn a new lesson he will ever live to remember in days or weeks to come, inshallah. After this recording, I'm going to send a direct message to ZEINAB SOUMA JAMMEH in French today, because it is time to do so. If she prefers to listen to it directly, that is her choice. If she doesn't, she will listen to that message one day. Thank you, brothers and sisters. This is your brother Essa Bokarr Sey. I will definitely come forward and do the translations of this message that I've just read in English for you in our local language. Thank you.